registering some strange readings from your sensors. Can you check if they are malfunctioning? MDR 79.
Who are you, and how did you know to contact me?
Call me Cardenas. I have access to records of your work with Commissioner Hawk.
Do you work for her?
For her? No. What I'm about to tell you can't be shared, even with the crew you assembled at Rhodia 2.
How do you know about Rhodia?
It's my duty to know what happens in the DMZ. Do you recall the dreadnoughts that served in the Okar War?
Aren't they all retired now?
The CFS Minokawa was the last in service, scheduled to be dismantled at a shipyard in the core systems. It was hijacked en route.
Someone hijacked a Colonial Fleet dreadnought? How?
A man on the inside, the ship's executive officer, Noah Patel, passed the access codes to an outside group. But the brain behind the hijacking is a known terrorist, Nileti Gautier.
I've never heard of that known terrorist.
People like me ensure you don't. The good news is, many of the Minokawa systems had already been removed for decommissioning, including the primary weapons. The bad news is that its interstellar jump drive remains online. Gautier and Patel took the ship into the DMZ where the Colonial Fleet can't pursue.
Because that would break the treaty with the Okar. Look, I'm one guy with a fighter. I can't take down a dreadnought, even if it's unarmed.
I don't expect you to destroy it. I've shared the Minokawa schematics with your hive. You and the other freelancers I've hired will disable its 2 interstellar drives. Our goal is containment, Roslin. I know you have the lifetimes of experience required. The last reported position of Minokawa was in Zarkov. Head there. I'll contact you and my other freelancers when it's sighted again.
Am I to assume we face yet another threat to the peace in the DMZ?
At least we'll get paid for it this time. You should have received schematics for a Colonial dreadnought?
They were quite rudely shoved into my datascape. Do you know how unnerving it is to suddenly have a memory that wasn't there a moment before?
Yeah, I do. You don't get used to it.
Roslin, we've intercepted a mayday from a convoy under attack by a large outlaw vessel. I have another contractor responding. Back them up. Remember, we're looking for containment.
Where is it?
detecting a large mass ahead.
I've never seen a dreadnought up close.
Minokawa is the largest warship currently operating within the DMZ.
The cargo's been loaded. Your cooperation is appreciated.
Heavy launch racks. Take out the cargo ships. What? We gave you what you wanted. I also told you not to send a distress call. I do not like defiance. Freighters, I'll cover you as long as I can. Get your drives back online.
You're another freelancer hired by Cardenas?
Yeah. You're my backup? I'm Yoon. Their missiles will shred the civilians. I've got decoys, but can you intercept some?
Ewan is dropping decoys to lure missiles away from the freighters.
That's handy.
Let's burn them down. Going for it.
I'm in pursuit.
I'll try to go around. Triggers ready for action.
We're just buying time. I'd say to take out the launchers, but Minakawa's armor is too thick for fighter weapons.
The dreadnought's own weapons could hurt it, right?
Sure. What are you thinking?
I'll pick up one of your decoys and use it to lure their missiles back to the dreadnought.
I beg your pardon?
Time for a new approach.
You will need to bring the decoy close to a missile flight to get them to lock on.
Once you've lured the missiles, drag them to Minakawa's targeting arrays. They can't hit what they can't see.
The missiles have locked on your decoy.
Ready for action.
The missiles have targeted the Dreadnought's sensor array. Targeting array disabled.
You got guts, kid. I'll give you that.
Ready space. Space.
This is bad.
I'll try to go around.
Trying another maneuver.
Flight mode activated. Let's burn them down.
I need to take a break. I'll be back.
I'm taking a time out. Can you survive vacuum?
Missiles are following your decoy. Haste is recommended.
Target in sights. We'll come around.
Enemy ordnance has locked on to the targeting array.
The launch racks are down.
Great, kid. Now Now we need to get after their interstellar drives. I have to prep for that. How about you clear some of their fighters off the transports?
I'm on it.
What's his name? Yoon? Little old to be a fighter pilot, isn't he?
You find your talent, just stick with it.
Are clear. Ready to go after the interstellar drives?
Yeah, so, on a dreadnought, access to those systems is right next to the sublight thrusters. Their exhaust is lethal. I've got hazard shields to get me close, but I move slow when they're on.
Keep your shields up. I'll hold the hijackers off while you disable the drive.
I can see the access panel. Hold them off, Rosalind. Stay close, kid. It gets toasty from here. Almost there. You're doing great, kid.
Result.
How's it going, Yoon?
I'm setting up a feedback loop. It'll fuse this thing solid.
Interstellar drives. Withdraw to the fallback point.
Gautier, why are we leaving?
We have what we came for.
We could wipe them out.
That's not our objective. Don't risk the merchandise. All craft, execute.
What the hell just... I can't believe we survived. Thank you.
Glad to help. When I first got here, the attackers mentioned loading cargo. Did they steal something from you?
Shield generators, commercial brands, nothing special, but a lot of them.
Strange.
That was a fleet ship, right? What's it doing in the DMZ? Why attack us?
I honestly don't know why they attacked you. I'm just glad I arrived in time.
Hope we meet again, Rosalind. You got promise.
Yoon, what do you know about Cardenas?
He pays invoices on time. He's never asked me to kill a good guy. Beyond that, not my business. It's a job, kid.
I'm already reviewing Mr. Yoon's footage. Well done.
Looks like Gautier hired local outlaws to supplement her group. But why would they steal shield generators?
Let's not speculate over comms. Associates of mine will debrief the civilians. I'll be in touch when the target reappears.
Ah, Adam. What a pleasant surprise.
Is it? A surprise, I mean?
You got me there. My radars registered you quite a few times between the smuggling gate to Zarkov and here. What I do not yet know is, to what do I owe this pleasure?
I need something to better protect my AI from disruptive frequencies.
You possess a hive, if I'm not mistaken. Which is interesting because hive units are usually fairly robust. What kind of interference are we talking about?
Don't know. We ran into it while sweeping a capital shipwreck in Zarkov.
May I have a look at your output log?
Hive, is it safe to show him our log?
Of course not. However, I do not know why he asks permission when he downloaded the entirety of our log the moment we docked.
Figures.
I must say, these readings are quite intriguing. Luckily, I happen to have just what you need. Feel free to install this module. It is completely on the house, and to celebrate our new friendship, I've removed all spyware and malware, just for you.
I can confirm this. After running an assortment of tests on the module, I cannot identify any malicious strings.
There's gotta be a catch.
The catch is that, should you ever return to the area in question, I would kindly ask you to gather more data for me. What was the name of the capital ship again?
I don't know. Just some random wreck as usual.
I see. Well, have fun with my module. I'm looking forward to your return.
Hive, I'm about to approach the signal again. You ready?
That depends on the efficiency of the Bovis software.
True. Let's hope for the best.
I have determined the origin of the signal. I marked it on your HUD.
Scrap? No, 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 no! Jump drives are breaking down too! This is worse than last time. Freaking signal! I need to shoot the emitter down! Do it. Huh? What now? Those wrecks were dead. How can they attack me all of a sudden? I need to gain some distance before I can deal with them. Jump drive. That guy I helped earlier better have the maintenance dock running again. Otherwise, I'm screwed.
have returned.
And you're still here? Scrap, you didn't get the maintenance unit to work.
Not so loud. Of course I did. I repaired it, and it repaired me.
Oh, thanks, Soul. Because I could really use some patching up right now. Let's see. Restart AI module. There it is! You shouldn't linger here. Something has started turning Rex into zombie bots around this place. I took care of most of them, but there still might be some around.
I would prefer to stay a little longer. The silence is a blessing.
Well, suit yourself. I'll be out of here the moment my AI reboots.
May I ask who you are speaking with?
And he's back. I'm talking to the pilot I helped earlier. He's still here.
What pilot? The vessel you are addressing shows no vital signs. Whoever is in there has been long dead.
What? Hey man, who are you?
Please, stop shouting.
I recommend gaining as much distance as you can. Now.
Why couldn't you just shut up? I had hoped to stay like this forever.
Okay, what's going on here?
Whatever is piloting the vessel is not a physical entity. Possibly some kind of artificial intelligence or a parasitic network. While docking here, it has overtaken the station's defenses and nearby wrecks.
Are you kidding me?
If you won't allow me my tranquility, I will have to restore it by force.
So after zombie ships, it's a zombie station. Great.
The pilot, as you called it, managed to escape.
Are you saying that a malicious parasite taking over dead ships and stations is now freely roaming the Beltergrates?
Indeed, thanks to you. The jamming signal we encountered earlier was likely put there to prevent the entity from ever leaving this place.
Scrap.
I dislike saying this, but I recommend returning to Fallon Pango. Viruses and malware are his field, after all.
Hive, can you prevent Pango from downloading our logs this time?
I want to be very careful with the information he receives on the parasite. Who knows what he might do with it?
A wise choice. I am now aware of his techniques and will attempt to prevent all data breaches.
Good.
Wonderful. You're back in one piece. Let me check the data you've gathered.
Not so fast. First, we need to talk.
I thought we were clear on the terms of our agreement. You get my software, and in return, I get to assess its performance.
Your software performed like scrap. When I reached the signal, my systems crashed worse than ever, so I don't owe you a thing.
There was always a chance that it wouldn't work. It would have been rather silly to guarantee you protection from something you only gave me vague clues about. Had I known, for example, that you were planning to scavenge the Nordborg, I would have equipped you with something more robust, no questions asked.
How do you... Oh, scrap, you had my old logs all along.
Indeed, but sadly, I was only able to assess them after you had already left. Had you been more open towards me, I could have warned you earlier. Wouldn't you agree?
I can see where this is going. I won't show you my logs. Not until you tell me what else you already know.
Well, of course. It's not as if I had something to hide from you, Adam. Let us start with the jamming signal itself, which is, to be honest, the least interesting part of the story. From your previous logs, I gathered that it was specifically designed to indiscriminately jam everything that runs on power. There is no nuance or finesse to it. A setup like that is commonly known as an oscillator cage. Building one is child's play, at least for me.
Of course it is.
Just like with every cage, it is not the cage itself that is the most fascinating aspect about it, but the thing that it is holding. So I dug deeper, and this is what I found. During the war, your people poured an obscene amount of resources into virus technology that would enable the colonial fleet to take over our enemy craft. Since OCAR technology was new to the colonials, they had to develop a program to assess the workings of any alien ship, then exploit its weaknesses. Something that was able to learn and adapt at unprecedented speed. There are classified reports of one such experiment that went awry while its carrier ship was on its way to the OCAR homeworlds.
The CEV Nordborg.
The parasite turned against its own vessel. In order to stop it, the colonials had to quickly set up an oscillator cage to ground it for good. If a parasite like this still exists in the DMZ, it will cause much trouble, even for me. That is why I'm so eager to learn whether it is simply a rumor, or something we need to seriously worry about.
Oh, you can definitely start worrying about it, all right. Because the damn thing got away.
So you did encounter it. But then how did you manage to withstand its influence?
Frankly, I have no idea.
You really ought to show me your logs, Adam. It may be the only way for me to develop a countermeasure.
I don't like this.
I do not either. But given the severity of the threat, I fail to see any alternatives.
All right, I'm sending them over.
A very smart choice. I will call you once I've figured out what needs to happen next.
You better. Come on, Ive, let's get out of here. Not necessarily.
I've got news for you.
What is it?
As there is no such thing as a secure channel, I'd rather have you come here.
Can't you just give me a hint?
It concerns a random wreck that almost fried your ship's AI.
All right. I'll visit when I can. Guy gives me the creeps.
I am still on the comms with you, Adam Roslin.
Wavelengths and beeps. I'll be right there.
I usually like to chatter a bit.
I'm well aware.
Although in this instance, the issue is extremely pressing. The parasite is spreading. To what extent, I cannot tell. I investigated deeper into the matter of the host ship, the Nordborg. In fact, I made contact with someone who worked on the project. The individual, a researcher, wishes to remain anonymous, but has nevertheless shared some of his knowledge with me. He even had an idea why you might not have been affected.
Okay, elaborate.
Your outdated hive unit offers a degree of protection through its obsolescence.
If I had a hand, I would slap you across the face.
So my ship is immune?
The parasite, following its parasitic nature, was not designed to attack colonial tech, but it is learning.
It is trying to find a way in.
But more importantly, it seems the parasite you found at the Nordborg was able to imitate human behavior. It communicated with you, is that right?
Yes, it did. It was a little cryptic, but at least it could be concise.
This level of imitation is very unusual. New strands don't start on that level of adaptation. This researcher believed the worst had happened, and the parasite has begun to evolve to imitate life signals. So a simple bioscan would no longer suffice.
I don't like where this is going.
If he's right, This parasite has spent decades in its cage, honing its skills. It could be what we would call the alpha strain. The researcher is bound to know more.
Where do I find him?
That's the problem. He was attempting to locate the parasite to study its progress when he disappeared. I'll give you his last known location.
Okay, sounds good.
At the time, he was testing a new scanner configuration, which could potentially expose the parasite.
Sounds like the sooner we nip this thing in the bud, the less likely it'll spread. I'll call you when I find the researcher, Pango.
If nothing is done, I fear the DMZ could become even more inhospitable to organic life.
The researcher we're looking for must be somewhere around here.
I have marked the given coordinates for you.
Whoa, hey, stop! I'm here to help.
It does not appear as if he is in the humor for pleasant conversation.
Stop shooting! This is a misunderstanding. It's dangerous here. You need to leave.
Please, are you the researcher working with Pango? I came for your help. I need to know all about the parasite.
It's too dangerous. I must insist that you leave.
Don't worry, I'm here to help. Let me call our mutual contact to straighten this out, okay? I'm patching you through to Pango now.
Ah, I'm glad my colleague Adam found you. Why didn't you answer my calls?
I needed to hide, so I shut down my systems, which helped. But I don't need your assistance. Please, leave.
Adam is part responsible for the current mess, and has an interest in its outcome. Also, I dare say that he is the better combat pilot.
All right. I know another location where you can find more of the entity.
Send me the coordinates. I'll have a look. That formation over there seems quite suspicious. Outlaws, G&B, and Okar hanging out together? I should investigate.
May I remind you that there is a parasite in this vicinity which could undermine my ability to function.
Yes, Hive, but you're obsolete, remember? I'm hailing the G&B vessel. Hello, my name is Adam. How are you faring?
No response, although I am registering life signs.
Maybe I sounded too much like a salesman. I'll try again. I used to work for G&B myself. I just have a quick question.
I am G&B. I work like a drone.
Are you alright?
I am.
Can you tell me your name?
I am.
Okay, something's wrong. Let's try that scanner configuration Pango gave us.
Careful now. Oh, scrap! They didn't like that!
Well executed.
That was something. Hive, you alright?
Yes. I can only presume that the parasite, in its early stage, is not able to infiltrate the ship's systems.
And let's hope it stays that way. I'll call our guy and give him the news. Hey, I wanted to give you an update. It looks like the scanner triggers the parasite badly. It attacked me right away, but there was nothing I couldn't handle.
I know that the scanner works. For now.
I thought you might be more pleased with that bit of news.
I'm certain that the entity will adapt to the scanner at some point.
Then we should deal with it before that happens.
I have another location for you. I'll send you the coordinates.
Sure, I'll have a look. We're at the Nordborg again. This place spooks me out every time.
There is another uncommon combination of ships.
Okay, let's see if they're real or not. Hello? Anyone home?
Home? Am I at home?
Okay, let's scan them and be sure about this. Scrap. Maybe they're not all done for. We should make sure by scanning a few more of them.
Murder.
What a shame.
Have you noticed that every time you destroy one of these ships, another one jumps in?
Yeah, I guess we need to do this for a while then.
Destroy!
This doesn't look good.
Making any progress?
Eradicating this thing? Yes. Saving lives? No.
You were trading one conscious being for another.
What are you talking about? This thing is killing people. We have to stop it before it spreads all over the DMZ.
Your actions have no use. The entity is already endless. It would be better for you to leave.
No, I already told you that. Wait a minute. I can't believe I fell for it.
You did. And now there is no escape from this place.
Jump drives are suppressed.
You will become one of us. You cannot defeat me. There will always be more. Surrender to the inevitable.
There's gotta be something we can do.
There is a barrage of unknown signals emanating from our location to far beyond this vicinity.
Maybe that's what's attracting the ships.
I cannot confirm.
No time for speculation. Mark the source of the signal.
I have located the signal source. It is a beacon.
Let's get to it.
Accept your fate. You are destroying mere objects. You cannot destroy me. Useless. I am easily replaced. Time is running out for you.
Did it stop?
The signal is weaker, but it appears as if there is yet another source.
Are you serious? Where is it?
I need time to pinpoint it.
We don't have time, Hive.
Just minute.
Oh no, Hive. Don't fail me now.
That is just what I need.
ships approaching. It must have worked.
Cross another one off.
My death won't mean a thing.
It'll mean something to me. I don't see any moving ships. Is it over? Hive, are you there? Hive?
System successfully rebooted.
Glad to hear that voice. Is it really you?
Unfortunately, yes. I had hoped to wake up on another assignment.
Yep, it's you all right. Welcome back. What happened?
The parasite attempted to infiltrate my systems. As a last resort, I went into hibernation mode.
So, how were you able to reboot yourself?
I left one receiving end open, the ship's internal communications input device.
You followed my voice home? That is almost romantic, Hive.
I took the assumption that the parasite would be more focused on attacking the ship's vital systems than the less necessary organic component.
But we know the parasite can mimic voices too. How could you be so sure it was really me?
There was an element of care to the tone, proof of emotional empathy, which the parasite is unable to replicate, much less comprehend.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I should return to Pango. I'm sure he'll want to talk about this in person.
What happened out there? You went dark when you closed in on the Nordborg.
I destroyed a lot of infested ships.
And the researcher, did he help you?
Turned out the parasite got to him first. It only revealed itself after it thought it had the upper hand.
That is regrettable.
I defeated the Alpha strain, though. And there's that.
That might be true, but it doesn't mean that the infestation has been eradicated. New outbreaks could resurface over time. They will need to be dealt with by somebody with a proper knowledge of how they work.
Yeah, I get it. Me. That somebody is me. Wouldn't it be wiser to inform the Colonial and Okar authorities? They should know what we're dealing with and the threat it poses to the DMZ. Maybe they can even come up with some kind of joint plan.
I will send them warnings anonymously, unless you are interested in accumulating more issues into your already compromised existence.
No, I would appreciate the discretion.
Then it's a done deal. I'm looking forward to our next meeting. It is never boring with you.
Sometimes I feel I'd prefer boring. See you around, Pango.